Hello there, y'all. This is Jesse Shake Eyes Billington, reporting straight from Kentucky Town, Kentucky. I'm gonna tell you about my favorite places on the earth. And no, I don't mean the Mississippi River, or the barn out near the yard. I'm talking about the Congo. Oh! Now, I ain't never been there myself, but little old birdie tells me it went something like this. Let me warn ya, it's a doozy of a tale. Now listen. Well, see here, it all started in the first millennium before Jesus aged Christ, when a bunch of different Africans come joins the natives in the great land of the Congo. These tribes were the Bantus from the Nigeri, the Sudanese from the Sudan, the Gabandi and the Nagabaka and the Zandi and the Mangatu, who all come from the East Africa. Okay. So these Bantu folk brought the most biggest change Congo's seen for many about 50 trillion years or so. They come and brought some new types of agriculture. That's fancy talk to farming. Yeah, I love me some agriculture. And also they learned the other Congooans metallurgy, which is the same thing as iron smelting. And I think that's some type of sorcery. Yippee! Metallurgy is some dandy stuffaroo. Now, before I get any farther into what happens, let me tell y'all how these nice Congans lived. Now, see, they had these things called the Conda, which are just pretty much these big, good, old, sweet, homegrown southern families. And when you get a bunch of these Conda in a row, you get this village, which is owned by this big boss man that the kingy-wingy puts in charge. Now, when you get all these villages together, you get a district, which is owned by a governor, that the kingy-wingy puts in charge again. Now, when you get all these districts together, you get a province, which is ruled directly by the king. Yep. The king, as it turns out, is the supreme ruler of the land, and he gets his monies through tributes that his kingans gives him. And you want to hear something funny? The king, he's called the Money Congo. So, in these condas, there's something crazy going on they are. Now let me think of what it is. Oh yeah! In the Congo, the families are basically controlled by the little chickadees, which is southern talk for females. The family bloodlines trace through the females. Now I'm going to be having to look that up, because I ain't so sure now what that's a mean of. But that don't do me no never mind. Anyway, the females own the property. The females own the kitties. The females get to control all the men's. Now ain't that just the wackiest thing I ever did hear by my granddaddy? So, coming around the 1600 year after the birth of the Son of God, Jesus H. Christ, the Congans was doing pretty good. Their lives was filled with plenty of happiness and rainshine, with some sugar plums and gumdrops on the sugary crust. There's great kingdom now had 3 sections: the Mapimba, Soyo, Mabamba, Snunde, Bangu, and Mabara. Yippee! Now, the times they be a-changin', and in the year 1482, Portuguese missionaries done comes in to try and convert people to Catholicisms, which lead to civil war and the collapse of the current fine and dandy government. All of a sudden, in 1506, they get one of them Catholic kings, or kingy-wingy as I can call him. Now, he done opens the Congo to all kind of the Eurotrash trader. They even be trading 10,000 of them owns persons Brazil's cotton-picking machines. Congo is no longer the good old Congo, but now the Portugongo. Now, you can ask Mr. Pierce and that colored boy Brian what happens between then and this time this. But Leopold done make this the free state of Congo, instead of abuses all them savage Africans. What a pity. Congo, formerly the Portugongo, done got its freedom from Belgium in 1960. After 3 years, there was some crazy old-fashioned uprisings. All these other countries done said there's all this communism and economic instability, so they could come in and bring these armies into the Congo. After the Prime Minister Lumumba don't get assassinated, the Congo split into 4 parts of Katanga, South Kasai, Congo Leopoldville, and Congo Stanleysville. At this point, the UN was like, hey y'all, let's go and fix the Congo. So after plenty of negotiations, the Congo reunited as one. In 603, the Congo went and wrote their new constitution, which was 93% popular, and becomes the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, even though it's better than it used to be, they still got some political turmoil, which included the uprisings in Congoooooo. And there you have it, the history and the effect of industrialism on the great old Congo! Until next time, kiddo, this is Jesse Shake Eyes Billington saying we need some more dicks.